And now I get to say welcome back twice. Welcome back to you, and welcome back to my favorite holistic healer, everybody's favorite holistic healer in the whole wide world. We're going outside today, well, at least in our conversation. Welcome back to our good friend, the founder of Sumantra Holistic, Emilia Yonge. Emilia, how are you? Good to see you again.
I'm doing well, actually, better than before.
Excellent, excellent. That's fantastic. So, Emilia, what's been going on? I know you've got a lot of things happening at your studio now, including some new clients that you were mentioning to me in the break.
Yeah, for some strange reason, after the accident and having worked through the PTSD that got triggered by it, I ended up getting like 3 breast cancer patients who are stage 4. So that's when the cancer has metastasized beyond the original site.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of things to unpack there, Emilia. You mentioned your own accident and the PTSD symptoms that followed. First of all, are you okay? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm doing amazing, actually. Yes.
Good.
What happened was I didn't really have any physical injuries, but it triggered some really old memories from like decades ago. And actually, it was a blessing in disguise, because by experiencing that trauma, I faced it, for one thing, and was able to move beyond that. And I truly believe that had I not done that, that I could be at risk of recurrence, because all survivors have that specter looming over them, the threat of recurrence. Anyway, but I truly believe, well, for one thing, when you have a physical dis-ease, it originates from something deeper, right? Emotional, mental, and spiritual, and then slowly it goes down to the physical. But when it leaves the body, it's the other way around. It leaves the physical first, but you might still have that in the energy field. So you have to clear that out. And that's what I did for myself.
I see.
And I think because I did that, the universe has sent people who need that work to me.
Okay, so because you had first done the work for yourself, within yourself, the space was cleared, or room was cleared for you to receive other people who needed the same help. This is going to shock you, Emilia, I know. This reminds me of another Star Trek film.
I believe that.
Yes, Star Trek, The Final Frontier, one of the major feature films in the Star Trek universe. One character who has these very powerful empathic qualities says to another character as he begins to work on him, he says, every one of us, each one of us hides a secret pain. Share your pain with me and gain strength from the sharing. It sounds to me like that's kind of where you are with your new patients, with your new clients.
Well, the thing is, the difference between a healer and a doctor is exactly that. You can have a doctor treat a cancer patient, but that doctor has never been through cancer. But with a healer, usually, the reason why you would attract cancer clients is because you've been through it yourself, as in my case. So
you're seems to me the perfect person to work with these cancer patients. Now, these people who, new clients who have come your way, the situations, the diagnoses that they're dealing with, is this very different from the clients that you deal with on a normal basis?
Not really. Not really, actually. It's just that I relate to them even more because of what they're going through.
Because of the shared experience.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like soldiers who've been through war, or even basic training for that matter.
Yes, that's right. So, of course, we wish you the very, very best of success, and to your clients, we wish them all speedy recoveries and a return to full health. Now, there was one other topic I wanted to talk with you a little bit about, Emilia, and that is the weather. Right? You say, what's that old saying? Everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it. Well, let's do something about the weather. So here's what I mean. We were talking in the break, you and I, about the whole notion of getting out, getting out into the outdoors, get walking, get bicycling, get running, whatever you need to do, or just go out and sit in a beautiful spot in a park someplace and just enjoy nature. Now, I'd mentioned something to you. I wanted you to talk with our viewers and listeners about this whole concept that I've heard discussed about getting out of our offices, getting out of our houses, our vehicles, and just out into the great outdoors and sort of reconnecting ourselves with the energy of the earth. I think the term that's been used is called grounding. I'm sure this is something you're familiar with.
Yes, actually it is super important. In fact, about 20 years ago when I first started in learning about energy medicine, it was because I had to learn grounding. Because as a sensitive person, I was taking on other people's energy. But I had to learn how to ground myself so that the energies that I was absorbing can just be funneled out of me into the energy of the earth and get taken care of. So grounding is absolutely important, and an easy way to do that is just to breathe in and out deeply and visualize roots growing from the bottoms of your feet, going all the way down to the center of the earth, and just be with that for several minutes. And you can do this outdoors, and at the same time, by doing it outdoors, you're taking in energy from the sun, which is very important for the energy center in the solar plexus. That's the reason why it's called the solar plexus. And some energy centers do require energy from the sun in order to function properly.
How about that? You learn something new every day, the solar plexus. How about that? And also, as we know, sunshine, fresh air, sunshine particularly is a very powerful, very important source of vitamin D for our bodies to help support our immune systems as well. Now, this whole grounding, you've talked about, we've talked about the visualization aspects of it, the using my imagination to see myself as connecting or reconnecting with the energy of the earth. From a practical standpoint, real silly question. You think it might help to take my shoes off? Do you think I might make a difference?
No, well, it can make a difference because the thing is, our mind is a powerful thing. So if it helps you to remove your shoes, then of course that would boost the power of that visualization. And it is better to connect with your bare feet just in general because that's you have less of a barrier to connect the actual energy centers of your feet with the ground.
Okay, so get connected, get reconnected with the earth. Go ahead, take your shoes off. It's warm outside. And Emilia, thank you again so much. It's so great to see you. Again, all the best with your new clients. We're so glad to hear that you are recovered and doing great. And I can't wait to get over to the studio, have another session with you in your healing studio, and we'll see you again here very, 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 very soon next week. In fact, looking forward to chatting with you again. Thanks, Emilia.
Thank you.